Okay, hi. Um, Hi. The thing that I have been thinking about for the past couple of days is how I want to structure my channel because that's something that people say you should think about. The thing is that I have seen quite a few YouTube videos before starting about whether or not, in fact, I should start and if I have something original to say. And I don't mostly. Some of the YouTube channels will have like a skill or have something you can talk about which will add value to other people's lives. That's good advice, but like I basically have nothing in that department. And then there were a couple of YouTubers that were talking about how you should have a niche. I couldn't really think of what my niche could be. At first I thought maybe I could make like an art type of channel. Here's the thing, I do like sketching, but I don't think of myself as any sort of serious artist, so that to me felt a little bit pretentious and I didn't want to do that. Some of the other YouTubers that I actually like a bit more, they were talking about how you don't really need to worry about all of this when you're just starting out. The only thing you need to do is be authentic, which is not an issue because I literally don't know how to be anything else. And I'm not saying I'm super authentic, I mean, I'm sure I'm fake a lot of the times, but the thing is that that's not going to be an issue. And they said that just keep making videos if you enjoy making videos, which I kind of do. I think it's a very good skill to have. It's fun to do all the time. I'm learning a lot more about my computer that I didn't know, which could be because I'm pretty basic. That's always fun. Plus, I read somewhere that if you keep learning new skills, it makes your brain sharper or makes it stay younger, which I don't know how it happens, but I think your synapses are used to. Is it called synapse? I don't even know that much, which is why this is not going to be a super specific niche channel. You can see how bad I am at giving any sort of knowledge, but basically, your synapses fire in new ways every time you learn something new, which is why you should keep at it. Isn't that why a lot of people also do mental math? Honestly, I can't imagine anything worse, but it keeps you sharp. So I did that for a bit this week. Like, I tried to think of what my channel could be like, and I thought, I want to do like sort of like a vlog ish kind of thing. So I was like, let me do vlog Mondays and commentary Fridays, but that's just all over the place. And like, I also don't want it to be set in stone because I do want flexibility. What if I fail at both of these and like my YouTube channel becomes one of those channels where all of those YouTubers go out and do crazy things, like the Paul brothers, right? They burn houses or whatever it is. I don't see that as a possible future, but you never know. After that, I did a lot of research on meditation. So meditation is something that I have been reading up on for ages now. And the thing is, at some point I'm going to have to start meditating, but it hasn't happened till now. I just read about it and then I let it go, which is my issue with a lot of the things in life. Like I'll research about it for a long time, but then I won't actually do it because I have like a lot of anxiety whenever I start something new, because I know that I'm in all probability not gonna finish it or stick with it. Meditation, I got into it because I was looking at manifestation, right? And I know a lot of people laugh about it, but apparently there's like science behind it, because I have heard literal actual scientists talking about how manifestation is a real thing. And I'm talking about like astrophysics. Wait, is it astrophysics? Astrophysics is the one where they send rockets out, right? Quantum physicists talk about it. I'm assuming they know better than your random street side friend who laughs at manifestation, so I'm just gonna take their word for it. There's in fact this guy, his name is Dr. Joe, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Dispenza, I think. So in a documentary that I saw first, because it's called What the Bleep Do We Know, I'll link all of this in the description box below in case any of y'all want to check it out. A bunch of astrophysicists sit around and talk about how there are alternate realities and multiverses and whatnot, and it's like a great way to spend time if you have nothing else to do. And it's actually quite fascinating that scientists believe in a lot of the stuff that these spiritual gurus talk about. I thought that was pretty cool. After I saw the documentary, I went ahead and I checked out the guy because I wanted to see if he's legit or not. And he has written a book called Becoming Supernatural, which is, by the way, not one of his best books. I just didn't do enough research. I like bought the first book of his that I could see, which happened to be the newest book, so well done me. That book was also quite interesting because he talks about all these different ways that he makes his students or clients or whoever comes to him for help meditate and how he solves their problems. And the cases that he's spoken about were actually, I don't know, like a lot of people talk about this stuff and they talk about it happening, but I've never seen it happen. But like, I'm sure it does happen since so many people talk about it. So he talks about this woman who was doing really badly in life. She was in a bad way. She had lost her husband, had a divorce, she was paralyzed, and she came to him. Then she joined his class, and then she meditated and she reprogrammed her subconscious, which is something like a lot of these self-help gurus are really big on nowadays. Then she wasn't paralyzed anymore. So even if that isn't true, isn't that so fascinating to like just read about? Book was not a great read. I appreciate the science that he's put into it to make it all seem legit, but it was like really boring to read. And he essentially kept repeating the same thing, which is that your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. If your conscious brain just tells your subconscious brain that whatever you want in life has already happened, it's going to come true. That's how manifestation works, I think. But like, if I could break it down, it basically just means just convince yourself that everything you want in life is already a memory, that it has happened, and then you'll program your entire subconscious in your body into believing that you already have those things that you want. So for example, if I want to spend the next year traveling to Italy, I just tell myself, like my conscious brain just imagines that I've already done it, and then I imagine all of those things, and I basically convert my future into a memory for my subconscious. And then because my cells or something start vibrating in that frequency of having taken a trip to Italy, I guess it'll come true. So that was the first thing that I did. And then I thought about meditating myself. So my sister's pretty regular at it, like she does yoga and then she works out, and I do nothing. So we bought like a exercise machine, one of those cycling things, and my version of working out is just walking up to it, staring at it for 5 minutes, and then convincing myself that I've already done it. So fucking reprogramming my subconscious on an everyday basis. And then I had like a really old friend come over yesterday. There are some friends that just I don't even have to put an effort into talking to them, and it's so much fun. So she's like one of those people. But that bitch messed me up because she told me about how she's recently gotten into tarot card reading. Like, she hasn't picked up any skill or learned anything useful. None of that. That's not my friends. Basically, she just goes on YouTube and she listens to her reading for like her sun sign or whatever, which is, in my opinion, just ways to waste time. But like, once you start down that path, there really is no stopping. My leg. I have been completely immersed in every single video Jack Harlow has put out. Now, I'm not just talking about music videos, just the way that he talks. I should definitely check him out if you haven't yet. He's super fun, super talented, and even his interviews are such a joy to listen to. And then, I don't know if this is something all of you already knew or like everybody already knows, but I'm not talking about certificate courses. I'm talking about like proper mini masters. MIT has a bunch of them, which one of them I've actually enrolled in, and I think that's going to start in October. Harvard has a bunch of them, and they have graduate certificate courses, like good stuff basically, which is just out there. I think it's great, like, and I didn't know about it. So if some of y'all are probably not that impressed by it, but I certainly was. Wait, how many topics have I covered today? I sat out before the video and I was like, let me make a list of topics I'm going to talk about. And with everything else in my life, I never got to making that list. I wrote meditation, full stop, and that was it. The part I find the most annoying to sketch whenever I am sketching is the jawline. That doesn't look half bad.